Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hola, mi amores. Happy Friday. And also, happy pulling day for everybody who decided to pull on Zane's new card. I'm very happy that you guys are gonna do that. But for me, I'm not going to do that yet. My plan is to pull it next week, since I need to make sure that I have enough diamonds, even though sure, I have technically 40k, but I just want to get a little bit more so that I don't have to dig too much into my resources. And since this banner isn't going to be longer than maybe a week, well, correction, 9 days. So it starts today and it will end on the 1st. Well, first thing roughly, I don't count the 1st as the day that it ends. I don't count the last day that they say the last day is, due to the fact that by the time most of where at least where I am, the server, most people who live where the server is like, it's like 4 o'clock, or it'll be 5 o'clock in the morning by the time the server does its thing. So people will be like asleep. So I don't count that. So the last day is actually the day before for pulling. Unless you are an early riser or a night owl, power to you. You could pull on the last day of the game. But for me, no. The last day is the day before it's the day that sets. So, with that being said, it's time for us to start our stream. This time, hopefully the volume isn't too. Oop! I forgot to turn off my Spotify. But already, so. Please don't say anything, because I accidentally poked you there. So we're gonna start off with the... Like I said, this is how much I have. I have enough for... this many pulls if I wanted. Which I'm not going to do, because I'm not quite ready yet. But, just for everybody to watch, I will play the trailer for everybody. The days when I had to go like this in order to watch the...
Don't worry about the time.
Watch it, but now
the meeting is about to
fixed
start.
it.
Dr. Senti wanted some documents. Give me
So I thank
5
you,
minutes.
LB Player, for updating.
Fine. I'll wait for you here.
Sure.
And you know what? The longer that I actually start watching or looking at Zane, he's more cat-like.
How long? Forget get
It's
it.
very black cat coded. I just love it.
Don't worry. Everyone's gone. To get these few minutes, I had to put in the effort.
Okay. Also, if you want my full reaction to this,
No, they
just
won't.
go to my
It's
YouTube,
time
and
for
there
an
you're gonna
adventure.
see my not
Look,
my
you're not used to your
initial
colleague
reaction to the
having
trailer.
natural
It's more
talent.
like my second.
This
Like,
is the
watching-
least interesting thing I've prepared this
So,
week.
but the moment
As
it
for the rest,
dropped
You'll have
on
plenty
like
of time for that.
Wednesday,
once
I
we're
was
out.
like, boom, I'm there. Or what? No, yeah, it was Wednesday. I jumped onto onto my OBS like immediately. I was like, I'm not wasting any time. Hi, Lena. I'm not pulling quite yet. Just saying. I'm waiting for next week to see. Oh, is it low? Which one's low? The game itself or me, myself? How's that? Yeah, okay. I'm not really sure of there. Oh, so let me raise the volume a little bit more. Yeah, because I was trying to do a test to see if I can actually do karaoke. Yes, okay, I fixed it. Cool. So I was trying to do a test to see if I can do karaoke on stream. Turns out, yes, I can. Problem is, because I am not too confident with my voice quite yet. I mean, I don't really care if you guys hear my terrible singing. I just need to find a playlist that would work with my voice type. Because I'm an alto, I believe. So, I found a couple of songs that will work. Plus, I have my ginger and lemon tea. Hopefully, that will also help with the soreness. But let's play the event first. And then we'll jump into reading Zane's card.
Your identities have been verified. Welcome to your establishment, managers.
Managers? Of what? What are we the managers of? We walk into the arcade again, but we're no longer customers. We're about to become the ones in charge. I can't believe we're managers of the Super Hunt Twinkle collab pop-up store.
Perhaps it's because our record at the arcade outperformed 99.9% of the other applicants.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I see it. I see a pineapple. I see a little dino. Or a little penguin? Say, move. And rabbit? Are we getting hints? Are we getting hints to the sixth ally? Well, I hope we're getting hints, because if the 6 ally doesn't show up by July, I'm going to throw a temper tantrum, because that means I got a 6 ally account for nothing. Well, maybe not nothing. It just means that I will never have to worry about pulls on that account. The arcade interior has been redecorated to display a super twinkle aesthetic. Plushies wielding evil show off their powers in holograms. I know, right? It looks like a little turnip.
Cheerful Tomato's evil is infectious happiness. Golden Throat appears to be noise pollution.
Oh. They would make a good team. One can be a support, and the other deals with AoE magic the damage.
I can already feel the tension. They've even set up an arena over there.
We stop in front of a small plushie arena where animations are automatically projected above it.
Super Twinkle Battle is about to begin. The defending champions of this area are Happy Snowman and Astro Penguin. Challengers, welcome.
Of course those two are the top, because it's Zane!
Since customers can bring
I forgot to read that part. Zane, look! Those are the plushies we chose when we became managers. They look really cool as champions.
Plushies they obtained to fight with the animations. I suppose you believe Happy Snowman and Astro Penguin are unbeatable.
Of course, because it's us. I'm not that confident. I can only hope they don't run into their ultimate weakness. Seeing Zane's confused expression, I move behind him and playfully pinch his waist. I'm talking about Windy Carrot, the vegetable even Zane can't defeat is exceptionally intimidating.
It's alright. Even if the snowman runs away, the penguin will step in to defend and salvage its honor.
That's so cute. Help him sort the plushies before the pop-up store opens. Here you can sort plushies and even earn event points for the pop-up store. After sorting, once your point reach a certain amount, you can claim rewards. The cap on points you can earn will gradually increase over time. In the manager notes, you can review your moments together running the pop-up store. You can change your appearance here. Hurry and sort the plushies with him and prepare for the store's opening. Alright. Here goes. Hopefully I don't suck. And or the game crashes, so let me send out a quick prayer. Okay. Please do not crash. I would appreciate that. Please and thank you. The plushies box is a mess. Tap any plushie to start sorting. The selected plushie will be moved to the sort area. Just place 3 matching plushies in the sorting area and he'll sort them for you. Sorting area full. Don't worry, you can tap the plushies and send them back to the box. Successfully sort plushies, earning your points. Earn you points. Sort as many as you can within the time limit. If you're having trouble sorting, try using these skills. All skills have a limited use. After using one, you'll need to wait some time before using it again. Noted. This is not so hard. But imagining it on like a tablet would be a lot better. The points you earn from Tiny Mess will be automatically converted into event points. Okay. The plushies are in constant supply today. Looks like we're the best managers after all. It seems there are some special plushies in the box. Make sure to sort all of them out. Flexibly sort special plushies will earn you bonus points. In addition, supporting special plushies will replenish your bundle skill use. Thank you. Well, welcome to the stream. I'm not really sure if I am pronouncing your name correctly. Frikla? Oops. I have a kitty plush. I use my death ball. Looks like I'm not gonna finish this on time. Aww. Not a perfect score. I'm gonna try again. Because my goal is to get perfect score. There you go. There we go. I finally got a high score. Woo. I got completion. Woohoo! And we got this. And it's now on to the main event, which is reading Zane's card. And I'm a little scared because let's just say that this is gonna probably bring in a lot of emotions out of me because Zane is my number one. And of course, like always, I'm gonna be recording, so let me just start the recording. Hola mi amores, soy yo, Violeta Kitty, and today we're playing another round of Love and Deep Space. And as you can see, we're going to be reading Zane's card from the Throne of Arrows banner, Aeon's Canon. And as the synopsis says, here is my heart. It's the one I've spent all this time keeping safe. And with that being said, let's begin in 3, 2, 1. And I don't have to change my MC for this because this MC is exactly how I imagined for Zane. After breakfast, my hurried footsteps accompany the secretary as it echoes in the corridor. We head towards the council room. Give me the latest reports on the rebellion at the border.
Yes, Your Majesty. 2 days ago, an armed conflict broke out in the Sten Galaxy, a vassal to the Empire. Their former leader was overthrown. The new leader, Helron, has publicly declared succession and is launching an assault on the Empire's Fortress Number 1. The major station there defected during combat and colluded with Sten's forces.
Fortress Number 1 is the strategic choke point on the Empire's border. Its firepower is enough to lock down the entire Sten Galaxy. It's the Empire's spear and its spear and shield. If it falls, unrest will inevitably spread to the heartland. The traitor at the border, Major Wace, I presume. Where is he?
After the rebellion was crushed, he was taken to the Empire's most secure prison. Now, he waits for Your Majesty's judgment.
Good. Let him ruminate. There are more pressing matters at hand. Since the rebellion at Fortress Number 1 has been dealt with, a power vacuum has formed. Spoils must be claimed. Greedy nobles have already gathered in the council room, They're eager to control the front fortress. Who led the campaign against the rebellion, or the rebels?
It was the Grand General, Your Majesty. His forces have already taken control of Fortress Number 1. The Grand General has just arrived at the palace. He's waiting for you in the council room alongside the nobles and ministers.
Zane. In the second month of my reign, Zane left the capital to deal with the rebellion on the border. It's been 6 months since I last saw him. To ignore the limit of his authority again is this his idea of a gift. No matter. I'm ready to pay this game. Go forth. With the finest visage deserve the eyes. And disguise your true heart underneath the guise. At the far end of the room, Zane stands as he backs back to the assembly. Once he hears my footsteps, he slowly turns.
Majesty.
Zane gives me a slight nod of acknowledgement. He looks the same as I remember, stern, indifferent, almost unchanged. Under the watchful, scheming eyes of the court, I smile and walk towards Zane before rightfully sitting down in the center. Zane, you spent the last 6 months quelling rebellion. I trust you haven't sustained any serious injuries?
Perhaps it's thanks to your Majesty's blessing that I remain unscathed.
I can't help but glance in his direction. Before I can speak, the noble below use this chance to reveal their accusations, as if I've given them the signal.
Whenever the Grand General pacifies a region, he stations his troops there and refuses to leave. One might think Your Majesty had given him those planets to govern.
The Empire Codex states that one must not seize territories under the Empire's protection in the name of military achievements. All reclaimed territory should be distributed among the nobility by the current ruler. And yet the Grand General's takeover of the fortress disregards the Imperial law and Your Majesty's authority. I implore you to punish him for his crimes.
In unison, every noble below and silently pressure me. What? I don't think I read that right. In unison, every noble below and not below. In unison, every noble bows and silently pressure me. They pretend to uphold the law and defend my honor, but they want to drive a wedge between me and Zane. I look at Zane, who has the faintest hint of a smile on his lips, despite the indictment. He didn't show any traces of unease. I've seen this expression countless times. I know that Zane's actions always come with a meticulous preparations.
The Lord of Star Sector Number 3 allowed his subordinates to invade a vassal planet, plunder its resources, and destroy its starships. Would that not constitute an abuse of power? Star Sector Number 2 has been underreporting its tax revenue. If paid in full, the arrears could cover the Empire's military budget for 5 years. Imperial law also states that the punishment for such a crime is exile. Smuggling for profit, imposing extortionate levies, misappropriating supplies, falsifying production reports. These are all capital offenses the Empress must judge. Since all of you hold the Imperial law in such high regard, let us abide by it. I presume there are no objections.
I suppress the urge to laugh. When it comes to governing the Empire, Zane and I have no fundamental disagreements. The galaxies Zane's profited are pacified are safer in his hands compared to those nobles. Still,
don't change the subject, Zane. We're talking about you seizing Imperial territory for yourself.
I would call it protecting Her Majesty's territory from parasites.
Go race, Sensei.
You!
Setting other matters aside, the jurisdiction of Fortress Number 1 concerns Imperial defense. Only Her Majesty has the authority to decide its fate.
Really? Wait. Let me listen to...
You! Don't change the subject, Zane. We're talking about you seizing Imperial territory for yourself.
I don't hear it. Are we sure? I don't hear it.
Don't change the subject,
Because
Zane.
I'm a Viper
We're talking about
truther.
you seizing Imperial territory for yourself.
Maybe it's because he's not slurring his S's. I cannot tell. It probably makes sense that way, because I love Viper. Even though he's the villain, I love him because he's hilarious. Oh. I mean, speaking of voice actors, did you see the salsa commercial? I was laughing my butt off when I saw it. Apparently Silas's VA did a salsa commercial, and when I first saw it, I was like, you didn't. And you didn't. Silas, were you that broke that you needed to do a salsa commercial? Is the N109 in that much need of money? And then I was like, this guy is a voice actor, so he's trying to do his job as he can. I still found it hilarious.
Wouldn't the Grand General's unauthorized takeover be considered an overreach of his authority?
It's too bad this salsa is sold out. I would have bought it. And the candy from Caleb. A job is a job. I also know that, because I watch Asian cooking shows that get dubbed, that Raphael's VA is also one of them. And apparently I have to go hunt down, because I don't know if this is AI generated and somebody created this, or if legit McDonald's commercial that has Caleb's VA. I don't know if it's AI or someone actually did, or he actually did collaborate with McDonald's. If I find it, I will post it. But again, a job is a job. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to play the other game that Silas voice acts in. This is precisely what I've been considering. Dane has certainly accomplished a great deal. He has restored order to the land, yet in turn he has quietly amassed more power. Huh. If that's the case, again, I have to go look for everything that these guys voice acted in. Of course, keeping their privacy, because I know in the international part of the VA for the game, they want to be anonymous, but you cannot hide a voice. And when a voice is found, it kind of, and depending on how crazy a fandom is, the voice actor is kind of setting them up to get found. Out of the nobles who have remained silent, a good number maintain contact with Zane in silence. Their silence in the council room speak of where their true loyalties lie. Yeah, depending on the fandom. Because where I stand, I do not care, like, who the voice actors are, as long as you do your job and you do it well and portray the character that I love dearly. It could be anyone. I don't really mind. It could, but as long as that person isn't really like has a scandalous reputation, it kind of depends. So far, what I'm seeing is because I know who Silas's VA is. I do not I don't follow him on social media. I don't think he has a social media. But I don't go out of my way to, like, look for him and try to do, like, go to events and meet him. It's more like, oh, that's cool. I'm very chill. If I hear something happens, then I kind of retreat. I did the same thing with a voice actor that like 5 years ago. I felt the betrayal in my heart. Their silence in the council room speaks of where their true loyalties lie. It's time to make a decision. And here we go. The good ending or the bad ending? I know this one is a bad ending, and this one continues on to just be a good ending. Because I already saw someone do a let's play of this one. So we're gonna do this. And we'll do the bad ending when we get back. This is the opportunity I've been waiting for. Incompetent nobles, inflexible ministers, none of them are worthy of my trust. Yes. I mean, like I said, I saw someone already play this card to its entirety, but however, they played it in Japanese. So I didn't understand the context of what any of these characters were saying. I mean, the things were going too fast for me to read, but I already know what was the good ending and what was the bad, and what's going to happen in the good ending. But not to spoil, and I should not be spoiling, but I've already read Raphael, Caleb, and Silas's cards. MC is very, very greedy in these cards. It's an AU, so different personalities. Zane could have been that person, but as of this moment, I can no longer read his intentions. So I shall deal with them myself. It was nonchalant announcement.
There's no precedent for this.
As of today, there is. Please consult the codex. Is there anything that forbids an empress from directly ruling her territory? The nobles exchange uncertain glances. For them, submitting to me is still a better alternative than submitting to Zane. The deciding factor is Zane's attitude. I've been closely observing his reaction.
Fortress number 1 is yours, Your Majesty.
I'm not gonna get used to that. It's like him calling me a queen or princess on the home screen. It gives me butterflies. That's why I'm not called that. I'm called darling. It's like we're a married couple. And they seriously need to add kitten to the repertoire. I want to hear Zane call me kitten. I have you to thank for quelling the rebellion, Grand General. And just like that, the fate of the dispute territory is settled. The nobles' faces fall. Their eyes dart between Zane and me. They're searching for a sign of conspiracy. Even I feel a flicker of doubt. Will Zane truly let it end like this? To keep Zane in check, this is hardly enough. Reclaiming galaxies is only the first step. I need to gauge Zane's current military strength in case the worst comes to pass.
I will withdraw my troops as soon as possible to complete the process, Your Majesty.
She's more paranoid in this. There's no rush. I have other uses for your troops, Grand General. According to the tradition, the Empress's coronation ceremony is a month-long affair. It culminates in a grand military parade. However, because of the uprising in the Stain Galaxy, Thane was ordered to take the main fleet to the border. The military parade was indefinitely postponed. It's time to hold the parade. The location will be Fortress Number 1, my newly claimed territory. Thane?
I have no objections.
With a radiant smile on my face, I turn to the nobles. You will gather your armies and participate as well. It's settled then. If there's nothing else, all of you are dismissed. Before the nobles could react, the guards situated outside the room enter because of my order. They escort them out. Faced with their with the guards' weapons, they can only swallow their protests and leave. Each mulls over their thoughts. The innocent return home, and okay. Not really sure who that person is. The incident returns home, and the guilty are sent to prison in their borders. Wait, Zane. I call out to him in a voice loud enough for everyone to hear. Stay in the palace tonight. I lead Zane through the corridors as we head to the rooms that are prepared for him. Did you see the look on those nobles' faces when I asked you to stay? Suspicious, praying, suggestive, wanting a good show. They were eager to see what would transpire.
I imagine most won't be sleeping well tonight.
Satisfied with my victory, I turn my face to Zane and walk backwards with a spring in my step. They're already placing bets on us.
On whether you'll kill me?
On how I'll kill you. I admit some of their ideas have inspirational.
Congratulations. The fact that you're aware means your influence is greater than what their intuition tells them.
It's not the reaction I was hoping for. I turned my back around and quickened my step. Or my pace. Your supporters grow in numbers every day. More planets pledge their allegiance to you. As for me, it doesn't matter how great my influence is. An empress should, such as myself, is still, dispensable. Silence hangs in the air behind me. I wonder what Zane is thinking. Quite some time has passed before he speaks.
You've never been one to let others sway you.
You know me so well. A branch reaches into the corridor, which blocks my path. Unwilling to bow my head, I stop beneath it and turn to face Zane. What does my preceptor think of my decision in the portal room, console room? I deliberately I don't know what this word is, and accentuate those old titles as if to provoke him. Well, enunciate. There we go. I didn't get the word right.
I was under the impression we were past that once you ascended the throne.
Also, did you remember this tree? We planted it years ago. It's been here all this time, yet it never bloomed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not the best reader, I can promise you that, but I'm getting better. Back then, I was only the crown princess, while Zane was already the Grand General with several medals. He commanded armies and oversaw the Empire's most prestigious military academy. Eager to learn the art of politics from a master, I sought him out. When I returned to the palace, Thane was the only person I could trust and depend on during the struggles for the throne. The tree symbolizes our alliance and the trust we once shared.
You were an excellent learner.
Thane picked up garden shears and begins pruning the overgrown branches.
You used the military parade as a pretense to gauge the strength of my forces. In addition, you kept me here in front of everyone and used our association as a warning to the nobles. Killing two birds with one stone. It was a clever move.
Thou hast too much faith in me. Has it ever occurred to you that he meets my gaze and I don't look away? I ask you to stay because we haven't seen each other in a long time. It wasn't necessarily because I wanted to intimidate the nobles or nobility. The journey from the border to the Empire is long. You need a proper rest, or to properly rest. Zane is momentarily stunned. Seeing him at a loss for words improves my mood. Your room is just ahead. You've used it before, so I doubt you need me to show you the way. Was this walk always short? What a shame. I wanted to see Zane speechless for a little longer. Holding my head high, I pass under the tree and I'll walk away. Three years ago. So she was 19. Because we're gonna assume she's 22 in this. And everybody has the same age as their main counterparts. In the studies, Dana and I sit across from each other. A holographic screen is in between us. The combat simulation is about to begin. The Empire's deployment have been adjusted according to my new defense protocol. This simulation will test its ability. Vulnerability or something like that. Zane attacks while I defend. The simulation ends when the Empire falls. They're playing 4D chess. This protocol is my chance to prove myself as the crown princess. I'm taking this very seriously, which means Zane will show no mercy.
Checkmate.
Knew it.
Your defenses are impeccable, Your Highness. Your execution, however, could be improved.
Stop mocking me. I'll defeat you in the next round.
I'm looking forward to it.
In the new game, I successfully avoided making my previous mistakes and gradually take control of the border. I triumphantly look at Zane, but he still appears certain about his victory. When I realize something's amiss, the table have turned. My troops are forced to retreat, and recovery is impossible.
Is there a need to play this out?
Damn it! Why can't I beat him? It doesn't matter what I do. The defense protocol is sound, but my pride is now on the line. I'm gonna take back the move. I made a misplay. I want to take back that move. Without waiting for Zane's answer, I reach for the undo button and try to rewind the battle to the point before he counteracts.
I'm afraid that's prohibited.
Right? Because if this is the real world, that doesn't work like that. Before I can touch the button, a layer of ice freezes it. Cheater. But I respect that, as you know the real world better than I do.
Don't give me that look.
What look?
When you invited me here, you promised me that I could be merciless, no?
No. Oh my god, I love him. It's not over yet. Give me a moment to think. Pretending to contemplate and let my gaze drift to the window. Zane, why hasn't the tree we planted bloomed yet? As I had hoped, Zane followed my
It's possible that
gaze.
now's not the time. Some trees don't blossom in their first year.
While he's distracted, I quickly mute the simulation and strategically resign one of his military units to my command.
And some trees bloom when you're not looking.
I meet Zane's gaze.
Change it back.
Cheating is a skill.
All right. However, I caught you red-handed, so your attempt failed.
It's not like I need to cheat to beat you. It's midnight. The brutal score of 12-0 flashes before my eyes. Refusing to accept defeat, I hit the start button again.
Your Highness, it's time for me to leave.
Zane stands up and I grab his hand. Finish this game with me. You can stay the night if you must. Zane silently glances at our clasped hands.
It would be inappropriate of me to spend the night in the Crown Princess's living quarters.
Especially when she's 19. 19. And he's like 24? Holy macaroni and cheese. Wait, no. He's 27. Track 3. Yeah, he's 24. Who cares about what's inappropriate? Appropriate? If you insist on leaving, I'll assume you're afraid of losing to me.
It's time for you to rest.
Okay, so I'm gonna save this line due to the fact that I need it for later. And sometimes there's like, hello, Cooley. Hola, mi amor, ¿cómo estás? Yep, I need that line. Due to the fact there's sometimes when I need a reminder to go to sleep. Oh, that's good that you're relaxing. I don't need that. I need to figure out how to beat you.
What are you willing to sacrifice for victory?
I don't know, but damn, you remind me of a cat. He's so close that I can't see my reflection in his eyes. I'm still wearing the expression of someone who refuses to lose. Don't think you can trick me into letting go? He taps the screen
Here.
on his fingers. Okay. He taps the screen with his fingers, which catches my attention. He indicates that the key strategic fortress, one I have captured early in the game. For a moment, I don't understand what he's implying.
To win a war, you must sacrifice something important.
Interesting.
Look, Your Majesty, it's the Valkyrie.
My thoughts are interrupted by the maid's voice. I collect myself and look out the window of the mothership's observation deck. The number from countless combat simulations appear before me as formation battleships span across the starry expanse. To win, I must sacrifice something important. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the nobles are captivated by Zane's formidable starship fleet. It's exactly as I have hoped. When my hold on the throne was still precarious, Zane played the part of my adversary. He drew out the emissary and the animosity and scrutiny of the nobility away from me. Now the nobles are more or less under my control, but Zane's power can't be considered a simple counterweight. He has become the greatest obstacle to my rule over the Empire. To reclaim my power as the Empress, the first one to be sacrificed must be... No!
Your Majesty, it's time for your speech.
No, we can't sacrifice my love. Not my husband. You can't sacrifice him. The platform I'm standing on slowly raises as the comms channel opens. The entire Imperial army waits patiently for my speech. I rein in my gaze and my thoughts and read from the prepared script. The words are wrought. Platitudes about the Empire's future, the Empress's glory, and Zane's display extraordinary merits in quelling the rebellion at Fortress Number 1. He has personally trained countless brilliant military minds and led the foundation for the Empire's order. I recite Zane's achievements without even glancing at my script. In regards to everything he's done for the Empire, no one knows them better than I do. I once believed he was shouldering my burdens. Only later do I realize that what he had secured for himself was more than I had ever imagined. Zane is the Empire's sharpest sword and the most silent guardian. Every heroine knows or their stern, like, even historians, not heroines, even historians know their stern consonants were willing to make an exception and lavish extra ink on Zane's achievements. They left behind a rare commendation. It is said that during the military parade in Cosmic Year 649, the Empress read aloud his contributions to the Empire from sunrise to sunset before finishing the list. But let us skip past the grand highlights of the ceremony to witness the minor unexpected incident. It was this interlude that gave the 10th parade a name fondly remembered in the streets and allies for generations. Excerpt from The Rise and Fall of the Cosmic Empire. With the stars as my witness, I shall bestow upon Zane the Imperial Medal on behalf of the Cosmic Empire. Zane stands before me, his back to the crowd. His gaze rests on me. My fingers fumble with the clasp, but the medal refuses to be fastened. I become impatient and my movements grow clumsy. Zane slightly bends down and makes it easy for me. His voice is tender tinged with amusement, and his breath is so close that it almost caresses my neck.
You appear to be rather reluctant to bestow this medal, Your Majesty.
Tease. Having secured the pin, I take this opportunity to pat him twice on the chest, a little harder than necessary. It's under the pretext of smoothing his uniform. You've taken another prize from me. Did you expect me to celebrate your fanfare?
In any case, I've prepared a gift for you, Your Majesty.
Before long, a sword is brought forth. It gleams with a chilling light. This material is blade silver. Blade silver is a remarkably hard alloy. A weapon forged from it are extraordinarily sharp. The key mineral from it synthesizes is found only in the Stain Galaxy. The forging technique is exclusive to their people. What is the meaning behind this gift? Under the watchful eye of all present, Zane gets this sword to your magic. Okay, wait. Zane gets down on one knee and presents this weapon to me.
Blade silver is resilient and unbreakable. I present this sword to Your Majesty in the hopes that the bond between us will prove to be indestructible. May the Empire grow stronger under your reign.
Mm.
The Grand General is swearing fealty to the Empress. Does this mean they're no longer rivals?
Will the Grand General truly be content to stand in the Empress's shadow?
Amidst the whispers, I lower my gaze towards Zane. The sword he holds casts a shadow over his face, which obscures his expression. Yet I can see that the sheath is engraved with my favorite flower, jasmines. Did you have this carved for me?
Yes.
All this effort, are you trying to rekindle what we once had? Everyone around us holds their breath. They're waiting to see how Zane will respond to my pointed question. Composed, Zane raises and fastens the sword at my belt with practiced ease. Just as I'm about to step back, he wraps an arm around my waist and holds me in place. He cuts me off calmly.
Has it ever occurred to you that I'm simply keeping a promise? I said I'd give you a proper weapon as a gift for your coronation.
I don't remember that in the event. His words catch me off guard. Is this a counteract? Was for when I told him that I need a properly rest?
The rebellion was unforeseen. I'm afraid I was late by 210 days. Fortunately, you're still willing to accept it, Your Majesty.
210 days. It has been exactly 210 days since he left. I don't remember if I refuted him. This ceremony became known as the Jasmine Festival. For a long time afterwards, a belted gift was called the Empress's Jasmine. So travelers walk amongst the stars should you find yourself incredibly absent for one of a life's pivotal moments, do not forget to bring a bouquet of jasmines. Excerpt from the Rise and Fall of the Cosmic Empire. I'm assuming all these quotations and excerpts are coming from the Fractal Library, which makes me wonder what the hell is Zane reading. The military parade has ended. My back is... okay. The military parade has ended. I'm back in my room and stare at my reflection in the mirror. My gaze falls on the sword at my waist. There's an inexplicable irritation in my heart, an itch I can't scratch. I accepted Zane's gift, but I have no idea what he's trying to imply.
There is no need to be upset with the sword, Your Majesty. Let me stow it away in the darkest corner of the cosmos. I promise, you'll never lay eyes on it again.
She reaches for it, but I don't let go. It's a beautiful sword. Unconsciously, I run my hands over the sheath. The embroidered jasmine petals are cool and defined, They're like him. Only now do I realize that it wasn't the sword that bothered me. It was the way he presented it. He was so composed and assured, as if he knew I'd keep it. Seeing my silence, the maid smiles and presents a beautiful dress.
Your Majesty, you manage countless affairs of the Empire. Even when you're at the border, you oversee every detail. You should take some time to unwind. A ball is being held for the soldiers later. If you make an appearance, I'm sure many will line up to dance with you. You could choose any fine gentleman. Perhaps you'll forget about the Grand General then.
You said he was on my mind. My fingertips rest on the last jasmine petal of the sheath and narrow my eyes. Indeed, I need to unwind. When I step... Okay, so... hopefully I don't mess up, because I actually do want to keep this as the first short. When I step into the brilliant lit ballroom, all conversation ceases. Even the music falters for a beat. Filled with awe, curiosity, or reverence, dozens of eyes turn to me. Smiling, I raise my glass to toast the room. At ease, everyone. I'm here for a dance, not an inspection. The music resumes, and a young officer approaches me. His ears are red.
Your Majesty, may I have the honor of this dance?
My gaze travels from his... My gaze travels to his... opulent, to his boots. What is this word? Okay. My gaze travels to his opulent, to his boots, before settling back to his nervous expression. Oh. That's what the thing was called? Thank you for clarifying. I don't know military fashion, so I didn't know what that word was. Well, correction, this is more like ancient military uniform fashion. Almost instinctively, I begin to analyze his background, rank, posture, even the tone of his voice, and more importantly, his movements, or motives. Then I realize I'm analyzing a young man who only mustered up the courage to ask me for a dance. My maid's words ring true. I've never I've been trapped in the Emperor's game for too long. It's time to try some of life's simplest joys. Yeah. I had a feeling that even though it's a shoulder pad, I think it's something that's specifically Like, I don't know. Why am I... Okay, I'm gonna go look up what this thing is exactly. Even though you say it's a shoulder pad, I just need a picture, an image, so I can see exactly what that is. Because I'm assuming it's like really old-fashioned. It's not as old-fashioned as I thought it was. Cool. Yep, it's not as old-fashioned as I thought it was. It's something that I saw on a military uniform one of my family members had. Because my uncle used to collect antique military uniforms, so now I know. The mate's words ring true. I've been trapped in the Empire's game for too long. It's time to try some life's simplest joys. My first dance is yours.
Yes, Your Majesty. I will always be loyal to you.
His unfiltered display of fondness makes me smile. This candid admiration and reverence haven't I been looking for those? For some reason, my thoughts drift back to Zane. Today, he pledged his loyalty to me before everyone, but where does his heart truly lie? I placed my hand on the young man's shoulders and walked towards the center of the room, the center of the dance floor, under everyone's gaze. He won't even dare to look at me, and I feel awkward. I'm unable to hold... I'm unsure how I can dance with someone like this. The ballroom door swings open, and the sudden noise brings the orchestra to a halt. It feels as though the air has been sucked from the room. Only a frozen silence remains. A familiar set of footsteps echo across the floor. The crowd part like a tide, and Zane comes to a stop before me.
Find someone else for your first dance.
Yes, sir.
He's so jelly. The young soldier jolts like a new recruit being called on. He salutes before hurrying away. I stare at my empty palm. You scared off my dance partner. Dane extends his hand as an invitation to dance.
In that case, I'll be his replacement. After the military parade, rumors say we're in the midst of a power struggle. Supposedly, we're conspiring to fool the nobles and claim the fortress as our private property. Those looking to pick a side between us are watching. So, shall we take this opportunity to reinforce our alliance?
Of course. Getting a sincere invitation out of you is almost impossible. As we move to the center of the dance floor, the orchestra strikes up a melody I know all too well. I look up at and meet Zane's mirthful gaze. Do you still remember the steps?
It's been a long time.
This was the first formal dance I performed at my debutante as a crown princess. Zane was the one who practiced with me back then. During that ball, he took my hand and led me into the dance floor. With the sea of calculating, suspicious gazes around us, he offers his support and trust. But now, can we even say one honest word to each other again? During our dance, I lean in as we turn and speak softly. Why did you actually try to find me tonight?
Perhaps I simply wanted to dance like your majesty.
I don't believe you. It's because I can't bring myself to focus entirely on the dance. You're here to keep an eye on me. You won't let me win over your soldiers. It's a cunning move.
How many people were you planning to dance with tonight?
Before I process his words, Dane's hands presses on my waist. I spin with the music and realize I can only find balance within his grasp. Is he jealous? The music swells to its most passionate crescendo. Couples hold their partners close as they spin and weave across the park. The dance floor turns into a swirling vortex. Seeing the side of Zane is a rare treat. I seize this opportunity to whisper a wicked joke into his ear. I haven't decided yet. It depends on what I can get out of it. Zane, you've always had a good taste. Why don't you help me pick one? For example, that man over there.
He has a family.
Then, the one?
He has sworn an oath of abstinence to the stars.
Am I supposed to believe that? What about the young soldier from before? I'm so busy looking around that I miss the music shifting to a languid finale. I step on Zane's foot. The arms on my waist suddenly tighten, and I'm pulled into his embrace.
What kind of game are you playing tonight? Is there a reason that forbids you from choosing me?
Unable to break free, I meet his gaze without backing down. My playful mood is gone. It's replaced by a nameless, irresistible impulse. Are you asking because I won't consider you? Or is it that you've never given me a chance to? I can see what every single person in the room wants from me. It's plain raw and within my control. But you're the one I can't read, even when you're standing right in front of me. Zane releases his grip.
The allure of that fervor, adoration, and worship is fleeting. You'll tire of it eventually. What you truly need is...
As the dance The first dance ends, fireworks bloom against the night sky. Everyone's gaze is drawn to the brilliant display outside. The fireworks drown out Zane's words, yet the impulse within me has been ignited. Booze. MC. I push Zane into the shadowy corner of the ballroom and kiss him. It isn't particularly passionate, but it's enough to make Zane's thoughts stop. Now he's focused solely on me. As fireworks illuminate the sky once more, Zane leans in. His kiss takes away the words I was about to say. I know he praises. I know his praise. Prizes rationality. Has evaporated. Okay. I know his prized rationality has evaporated at that moment and this very night. As dazzling fireworks light up the ball, Dane and I slip away unnoticed. We hold each other close as we hurry down the corridor and stumble into a bedchamber. His kisses fall like rain and melt into me like fresh snow. My heart finds itself dancing in frantic rhythm. Forget about etiquette, politics, forget about all of those other reasons. Tonight,
I'm the only one you need.
Sure. There's no doubt about it. You're my number one. Keep going. I won't uncover his secrets, outwit his sharp mind, or control his destiny. All I want is him at this moment. Good morning, my love. Did you sleep well? The afterglow of our passion hung in the air. I stir and roll over before waking up in Zane's arms. My mind is blank. The ornate pattern on ceiling swims before my eyes, and it takes me a moment to remember where I am. Zane is asleep, his breathing deep. However, his brow is furrowed as if he's troubled by his dreams. What are you thinking about? I soothe the worry from his forehead, but then my bracelet abruptly buzzes against my wrist. My secretary is calling in the middle of the night. I feel my eyebrows twitch. I clasp my hand over the bracelet before it can wake Zane. For some reason, a sense of foreboding raises in my heart. I slip out of the bed As quickly as possible, leaving the bedchamber, I answered the call.
Your Majesty, we just received a confession from Major Wace at the border prison.
Go on.
Major Wace has confessed that the mastermind behind the Fortress Number 1 rebellion is the Grand General.
There's only silence. Keep going.
According to Major Wace, the Grand General had long coveted Fortress Number 1 as a means to expand his forces, and had been contacting him frequently in private. During Sen's rebellion, the Grand General promised him a substantial reward and a promotion. He persuaded him to abandon the fortress and defect to Sten. But the Grand General went back on his word and arrested him for treason. As a result, Wace decided to tell us everything.
Conspiracy always seems simple once it lied bare. When I return to the bedchamber, should I confront Zane, lay the cards on the table, or should I kill him? Waze refused to speak about his affection since his arrest. Yet after all this time, the first words out of his mouth were accusations against Zane. How credible is his confession? My thoughts churn in chaos. However, one thing is clear. I have an opportunity. Regardless of the truth, this is all I need to topple Zane from his position. I won't have any rivals left to challenge my authority, and the concept of the brilliantly balancing royal authority can be easily formed in the Empire's history, erased from the Empire's history. But I touch the red mark on my neck. It's where the warmth of Zane's touch still lingers. Ooh, we got a hickey!
Your Majesty, shall we continue with the investigation?
Investigate discreetly, and do not alert Zane.
Understood.
When morning arrives, it is birdsong or sunlight streaming into the bedchamber that wakes me. Rather, it's the warmth of Zane's arm against my back. I turn and see he's already awake.
Good morning, Your Majesty.
Good morning, my love. I don't think the Grand General is supposed to say good morning to his Empress in a place like this.
Doesn't it lend credence to the rumors that we are conspiring for power?
My dude. Oof. I just realized the only one that didn't do the nasty was Raphael. I just realized that. Me reading everybody's stuff up to this point, the only one who didn't do the nasty was Raph. So sad. I would have looked forward to that, because he is a passionate lover. At least that's what I'm assuming. I'm not a complete Raph main, so I don't really know. I notice a hint of a smile on Zane's lips and gaze at him, pressing an exasperated hand on my forehead. I push him away and swing my legs out of bed. My feet land somewhere soft. I look down. Our clothes are strewed all over the floor. As if on cue, a knock comes from the door. My headache worsens.
Your Majesty, the foreign minister is waiting for you at the door. Halron, the Stain Galaxy's leader, would like to negotiate.
I turn to look at Zane. He's already getting out of bed and calmly pulls on his shirt. His bracelet beeps after fastening the last button. He raises his wrist, and answers a call.
Where are you? The foreign minister is looking for you. The Stein Galaxy's leader, Halron, has requested to begin negotiations with the Empire.
Understood. I'm on my way to the council room.
These two. I swear to God. They're not discreet. Given the urgent situation, there's no time to worry about appearances. Let's go together.
You wish, Your Majesty.
I'm not gonna get used to that. I really can't.
Your Majesty, Grand General? What are you...
This is convenient. I'll ask the people I sent to find the Grand General to return at once.
Go ahead.
15 minutes ago, we received the latest intel. Stein's forces have arrived at the edge of the Allure Galaxy. The rebel leader, Halron, is leading the delegation.
He's bold. To leave Stain after his hope. Has he already stabilized his position?
There are still many within Stein who oppose Halron. The main reason is his regicide and usurpation. That's why he's desperate to find an external enemy. He needs to convince his people.
I don't know what that word is, so we're gonna just go lost after that. Just gonna gloss over it.
That he's not a usurper. Rather, he simply replaced a weak, incompetent leader.
So this enemy is the Empire. Me? I turn to Zane, who stands before the holographic map. You're well informed on their eternal affairs.
I'm merely doing my duty.
Zane zooms in on the map. He focuses on the current position of Halron's fleet.
Halron's fleet has adopted a battle formation. They're ready to open fire at a moment's notice.
Your Majesty, these negotiations might be nothing more than a formality, but many of the smaller galaxies affiliated with the Empire are watching. The best course of action would be for you to appear in person.
Halron is fully a golden standard for those opportunistic rats. Then after I could make an example of them for him. I currently need something like this, that. Before I can respond to the what are we so fast?
I'll go.
Before I can respond to the foreign minister, Zane speaks up first. You'll go?
I faced Halron on the battlefield before. I'm the person who knows him best.
It's plausible reason. However, considering this classified report I received last night, I can't help but suspect that Zane might be colluding with Halron in secret. If galaxies are waiting to see my response, then we should... why should I hide behind the Grand General? We'll go together. Besides, the situation is volatile. Who knows? This might be the last time we ever see each other. Thane chuckles softly, but he quickly composes himself and turns to his subordinates.
Select a suitable battleship and ensure the escort fleet is ready for battle. Be prepared for any contingency.
Yes, sir.
There's no need for that. We'll take the Valkyrie. I'm familiar with its specs. The diplomatic fleet consists of the Valkyrie and several escort starships or spaceships. Depart from the Fortress number 1. Out of the boredom, I pulled up a screen in the front of my seat. I tap it a few times, and the display is flooded with a red warning. Classified files. Access denied. He secretly measured are second to none. His security measures are second to none.
Warning. Unidentified battleship detected. The Valkyrie has been targeted.
What's happening? Trouble arrived sooner than expected. A bright flashing flash erupts outside the window. It's followed by a violent, sudden shudder that rocks the entire battleship. Is that a Halron fleet?
Hold on tight. The escorts are following emergency protocols.
Then pushes me back into my seat almost by reflex and fastens my seat, my safety harness. Above his head, a panel with crashes down. I grab his arm and pull him towards me. You should be careful too.
Thank you.
The escort spaceship tries to draw their fire, but Pelron's attack is brutally straightforward. They ignore the escort and focus all their firepower on the Valkyrie. As the battle rages, the automatic navigation system becomes unreliable. Dane switches to manual control. The Valkyrie charges forward in an attempt to break through the encirclement. I bite my lip and glance at Zane. He bows. His brow is furrowed as mine. If Zane is working with Halron, then what's happening?
The main power module has been damaged. must land immediately.
The nearest landing site.
The view outside is strikingly familiar. Memories from long ago surface in my mind as Zane and I speak in unison.
Planet Valkyrie.
It's a planet Zane and I know very well, for the Imperial Military Academy was here previously. Without saying another word, Zane pulls up the coordinates and initiates the warp. The violent aftershock from the warp rocks the battleship. An involuntary tremor runs through me, and I clutch my fist. Suddenly, I feel warm on the back of my head. I look down and see that Zane is holding my hand. This might be the end. Do you have any last words for me?
I'm sorry.
The shield barely slammed down in front of us, but the massive impact still makes my vision go black. I lose consciousness. Hazy afternoon lights filters through the air. Today is the Crown Prince's coming of age ceremony, and the military academy has given everyone the day off. They're currently participating in the festivities. But the Crown Princess herself, me, is exhausted from the endless flattery and niceties. So I've slipped away. This is the only time the hangar is empty. I duck inside the ajar gate. The ajar gate, and a row of training spacecrafts appear. I venture deeper into the cavernous space. My gaze lands on the brand new battleship that docked at the far end of the row, Valkyrie. Named after the Empire's most prestigious military academy, she has the state-of-the-art. Let's do a test flight, at least. I open the hatch, hop into the pilot seat, and peel the protection film from the console. Then I pull out the fingerprint mold. I went through so much trouble to get this fingerprint from Zane's sunglasses. It better work. I press the mold against the ignition panel, and the authorization light flashes green. Ecstatic, I pat the pilot's seat. I knew Zane's fingerprint would work.
Where are you running off to, Your Highness?
Just as I'm about to fire up the engine and fly off into the thrilling unknown, Zane's voice cuts through the speakers. Zane, my preceptor, subordinate, the bane of my existence, and the graduate of record listed on my academy registry until today. Guardian. Staring at me through the screen, he standing before the battleship with his sunglasses on. How he's figured out I was here is beyond me. Feeling myself, I jab the starship's button. I am ready to project the unyielding authority of a mature crown princess. Move aside, otherwise I will run you over. Thane smiles.
Be my guest. What if you fail to silence me? I'm doubling tonight's lesson on tactical deployment.
You! I slumped back into the seat. Grand General, you're the one the Empire's priceless treasures. Would anyone dare lay a hand on you? Not ready to admit defeat, I slammed the comm button again. I'm not going anywhere. I'm tired. Surely I can take a nap in here. Good afternoon. Dozing off, I close my eyes. A moment later, I feel someone sit down beside me.
Your breathing tells me you're pretending to be asleep.
Says who? You woke me up. What are you going to do about it?
I can put you back to sleep if you'd like.
Oh, how are we going to do that, Zane? Some fun times are ahead, right? I wouldn't mind that. Your methods would actually put me to sleep. Anyway, moving on. Why does that sound scary? It won't be necessary. A mischievous idea pops into my head. I pluck the sunglasses off of him and put them on. The light is too harsh. I'll borrow these. I rest my head on his shoulder, but it's not enough. I pat his chest. What a nice pillow. I'll borrow this too. I snuggle up against him, trying to find a warm, comfortable spot in his embrace.
Is there anything else? We might as well deal with them now.
A blanket would be nice. It's freezing in the Valkyrie. Maybe I could use your coat.
If you're keen on turning a battleship into your bedroom, I can always enroll you in the course for tactical simulation and field survival. You'll get to sleep in one for a month.
Stop twisting my words. I'm going to sleep now. Feeling Zane's move, I protest immediately. Surely the mighty general wouldn't deny someone her sleep. Am I mistaken, my dear preceptor?
If you want to sleep, do so properly. Stop squirming.
He holds me in his arms, and I feel warmer. You're always stopping me from doing things. Why is this an exception?
I can't forbid someone from sleeping. And once you wake up, you'll be well rested. It's perfect for having a long night filled with lessons.
Oh no. Maybe you shouldn't wake me up. My eyelids grow heavy. What started as a prank to annoy Zane is giving way to genuine drowsiness. Zane, I officially came to the age today. I wish time could stop at this moment. Soon I'll return to the palace and become the Empress. And Empress has a lot of power, and you have your own authority. When the day comes, can we still be like this? I feel Zane's holding me closer, but it might be a fragment of my imagination.
No. When you ascend the throne, individuals whose power rivals yours will become your enemy. This also applies to those who are weaker than you. And it includes me. When that time comes, I won't only be stopping you from sneaking out to have fun. I will counter every decision you make.
I don't mind. I'm barely awake, but I refuse to concede defeat. I push the sunglasses up and look at him. I never need anyone's permission to do what I want. Just before I drift off, I think I hear Zane's soft, almost approving chuckle. Then something warm is draped over me. It's his coat. It's cold. I tighten my grip on the coat that's draped over me. But now, what I'm lying on feels hard and unforgiving. Shaking my head, I notice how something's not right. I open my eyes. With Zane's coat covering me, I'm lying in one of the Valkyrie's plush seats. Above me is the battleship's damaged hull. Memories of our Hull run attack floods into my mind. Fully awake, I realize I was dreaming. Why was it about my coming of age ceremony? Many years have passed since then. I slowly sit up. Zane is at the pilot's console and calibrating the battleship's system. From the window, I can see night has fallen.
How are you feeling?
My shoulders are sore.
You don't have external wounds. However, you should drink something to replenish your energy.
I take the bottle from Zane and return his coat to him. Seeing that I'm alright, Zane turns back to the battleship's system. His back is exposed to me. The sword he gave me is within arm's reach. The truth is, after my coming of age ceremony, I've had countless opportunities to get rid of him with the most underhanded means, but I never did. That's because of his victories on the battlefield. He's the most capable subordinate, and I take a sip of the drink. Also, because of this act of kindness that had nothing to do with his power.
The main power module reboot has failed.
We're stranded here for now, but the comms module wasn't badly damaged. It's already been repaired.
Zane accesses the comms channel and connects to Imperial Central Command. A familiar voice comes through.
Your Majesty, are you alright?
I'm well. What is the current situation in the Empire? My secretary quickly briefs me on what happened since our emergency landing. The war has broken out at a terrifying speed, but the military launched a counterattack based on the countering contingencies, and we left contingency plan that contingency plan that we left and kept losing to the minimum.
The readings show that Valkyrie's power module is severely damaged. Should we dispatch a fleet to retrieve you?
Anyone who wants to approach Planet Valkyrie will have to navigate an active war zone. It's safer to remain here.
The planet was decommissioned during the defense reform I spearheaded. But its basic defensive systems were never dismantled. It still remains some capacity for strength and counterattacks. We'll issue commands from here. What I need you to do is leak a report that Helron's ambush failed so we've safely returned to the capital. The Imperial Army will make Helron pay.
Understood, Your Majesty.
As I speak, I watch Zane's reaction. If he truly is colluding with Helron, then this would be the perfect opportunity to find out. Is this me, or this image is like reused from like Zane's myth? I could be crazy, but I haven't really read Xavier's myth. I haven't read his one where he's a student. I've read the Lumiere, and I read his King of Nightfall. But I didn't read, or Dark Knight, whatever. I just haven't read the Lightseeker one. Over the next few days, Zane and I methodically repair the battleship. We reactivate the Academy's decommissioned service bots and take up residence in the old dormitories. Sometime when I wake up in the dorm's familiar ceiling, I feel slightly disoriented. It's as if I'm still the crown princess studying at the academy, and my relationship with Zane had yet to become complicated. On planet Valkyrie, the day and nights are unnaturally long. The atmospheric dorm is still broken, and it glitches out again as Zane and I finish repairing the Valkyrie's hull. We sit on top of the starship and idly watch the stars sink towards the horizon. Time seems to leisurely pass, and are breathing slowly with it. I nudge Zane's knee with mine. Before the Valkyrie went down, you said you were sorry. What were you talking about?
It was nonsense. Don't think too much about it.
I don't believe you. Zane puts away his toolbox. His gaze follows the stars where the Academy's corsets lie in the distance.
That tree in the palace. The one that has yet to bloom. You transplanted it from the Academy, yes?
I did. But who knows, it stopped blooming once it moved. Why do you think it's so stubborn? I turned Zane's face towards me, and what I'm trying to imply is fear as I unnecessarily enunciate every word. Why am I tripping over this one word? Should I resort to something more extreme? I could cut off its favorite sweet water supply, or I could mess with its lush leaves. Zane's eyes crinkle with amusement, and I take him aback. I haven't seen him smile like that in a long time.
Your expression tells me that you can't believe I'm capable of smiling.
You should smile more, Zane. I haven't seen enough.
The novelty will inevitably wear off.
No, it won't. I doubt it. No matter what happens, I'll always want to see you smile more. More time passes. The stars sink below the horizon and raise once more. One morning, an exotic starship lands on the planet Valkyrie. After clearing out the ambushers, Zane's personal guard arrives to assist us. They bring with them the tidings of war. The tactical classroom is converted into a command center where daily strategies meetings are held. The situation becomes clear. Fortress number 1 has played a critical role in this war. Soon we'll be leaving planet Valkyrie, but I haven't forgotten Major Wayne's accusation against Zane. Under the guise of repairing the battleship, I've been searching for clues with remote assistance from my secretary these past few days.
Highest clearance level has been granted.
I pressed its key, and the erased classified data is restored. Within whether or not Zane colluded with Holron will soon be revealed. A stream of data floods the screen. 3 automatically logged flight paths appear before me. Zane meets with Holron at the border more than once. I can't believe he could tolerate making deals with such a man. There's also a heavy encrypted attachment. The password is... I tentatively type in the string of numbers. It's my birthday. The day when I'd be a little older. I don't know whether to be bitter or glad. The decrypted file reveals an agreement. There are only a few clauses, but they spell out every step of Stain's rebellion in great detail. Zane would instruct. Okay. Zane would instruct Major Ways, who was stationed at the border, to secretly help Hellron usurp power, seize the Stained Galaxy, and declare a succession. Once Wayne defeats Zane, would step into the suppress the rebellion, which gives him a legitimate reason to take command of Fortress 1 and weaken the Empress's authority. And Zane would quell the unrest caused by the Civil War in the Empire and seize power for himself. The final line of agreements states that the Empress would be handed over to Zane. He'd take her life to ensure she could never oppose him again. The stars is filling. Okay. The stars is falling, and I hear distant rumbles. Only when I close my eyes can I hear it clearly. It's the sound from deep within my heart. So you've been plotting against me this whole time. Assuming this is true, then I no longer need to waver about standing against Zane. Begin immediate preparations for the military tribunal against Zane.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Everything will be set in motion once we leave the planet Valkyrie and return to the Empire.
What are you doing?
I hear a voice behind me. My hand jerks as it switches screens and this connects the comms channel. Zane walks in. I avert my gaze, not wanting to look at him. I respond half-heartedly. I'm looking around, killing time. Is the Council of War over? Zane nods and takes his pilot seat. It's only then that I realize I switched the screen to a combat simulation.
Were you waiting for me?
Wordlessly, he sits down, presses start, and chooses the defending side as usual. The simulation begins. Zane's primary target is the strategic fortress. The fortress defense is sluggish. It falls to Zane in moments. I'll let you have it.
That's a new excuse.
I flawlessly counter Zane's subsequent attack and let him believe I made a careless mistake. Potentially, I set up a trap that spans the entire board, finally.
I suppose I lost.
Yes, it's about time you did. I stand up. A resolve that doesn't falter is needed to defeat Zane. He once told me that for the sake of the victory, one must sometimes sacrifice what matters the most. At long last, I've made up my mind. I'm determined to turn the tide of war. This means I'm determined to sacrifice Zane. OMC. The war between the Empire and Stain Galaxy intensify. With Zane's leading the military, Elrond's forces crumbled. We receive a report from the front lines. Elrond has been captured alive and is being held in the border prison. Despite the trouble he caused, Zane and I have a strange unspoken agreement to never mention his name again. 2 days later, the Valkyrie repairs are completed. We set a course to return to the Empire. As we head back, I close my eyes and pretend to sleep, but my mind is racing. Zane is always cautious. To ensure I deal a decisive strike, I need more evidence. Way's testimony, the recovered data from the battleship and Elrond. Nothing would carry more weight than a confession from the leader of the Stain Galaxy. I can't afford to keep delaying things. I must see him in prison. Gauging our distance to the border prison, I pull up the navigation system and change our destination.
You've changed our course?
I'm going to interrogate Halron.
You can leave that to your subordinates. Our current priority is to return to the Empire so all the factions can see you're safe and sound.
I let out a cold laugh, and my voice drips with sarcasm. You don't want me to go? Are you afraid of what Halron might tell me about you? Suddenly, changing our course was a calculated move to catch Zane off guard. And Zane, a master of handling emergencies, is now uncharacteristically silent. You should be addressing me as Your Majesty. After the Valkyrie lands at the border prison, I activate the battleship's internal comms and summon Zane's personal guards. Secure the Valkyrie. Unless I give the orders, Zane cannot leave the battleship. No one is allowed to approach him. The guards freeze and look at Zane, the Grand General they've always served. You didn't hear me? The air grows so cold that it feels solid. A moment passes before the guards slowly surround Zane. If you fail, you shall share the burden of his guilt. I look at Zane again. He shows neither anger nor panic. He doesn't even ask what crime I intend to charge him with. But my decision never required his approval. The Catch-22 background. I missed you. Elrond is brought in, and there isn't a scratch on him. I suspect he surrendered to the Imperial soldiers with little to no resistance. You're a smart man, so I'll only ask this once. Does smuggling of weapons between you and Zane? With someone like him, honestly, won't get you anywhere. I put extra stress on arms smuggling and watch Helron reaction closely. Did you approach Zane first, or did Zane contact you?
How did you find out? He came to me, of course. Your Majesty's rewards weren't enough for him, so he decided to fill his own pockets.
I see. So you have no idea what the agreement was about? I deliberately substituted the coup with smuggling, and he didn't even notice.
Does it matter? Isn't it better to let a misunderstanding work in your favor? Your Majesty, you can order me to testify against Zane. I am here to serve. I promise you won't regret it.
He's trying his best to persuade me, but I don't hear a word he's saying. If Helron knew nothing about the agreement, then where did the hidden documents I found come from? Trembling like a leaf, Waze is cowering in the floor before me. There's not a single trace of the major he once was.
The Grand General's treason. I don't know anything.
This is your own confession, yet you claim to know nothing. I don't have all day to play games with you. Or would you rather have a little chat with Zane?
Wait, I'll talk!
Mentioning Zane's name is enough to make him deflate. Like a punctured sack of flour. He tells me everything. Everyone knows the Fortress number 1 was impenetrable. No one could ever conquer it, and Waze believed that too. So he postponed routine inspections and cut corners on security patrol. When he realized his negligence had recreated a fatal vulnerability in their defenses, Stain's forces had already broken through. In his panic, Waze chose to defect to the Stain Galaxy to save himself.
But in the end, the Grand General captured me and brought me back.
And the confession?
I didn't do it willingly, Your Majesty. On that day, visiting hours were over when someone approached my cell.
I try to keep my breathing steady.
It was the Grand General. He forced me to accuse him of treason.
You can start preparing your statement now.
Grand General, you're joking, yes?
Several ice shards pin Wade's prison uniform in place.
I understand. You were my accomplice in betraying the Empire.
Are you playing make-believe?
Zane gambled with the Imperial defenses. He ordered me to lose so Stein's forces could invade.
That's not heinous enough.
He promised he'd let me go, but he went back on his word and arrested me. Then he tortured
me.
Okay,
I just got a notification. I don't know what that was for. But it hurt my ears. Okay, let me repeat what he just said because I couldn't hear anything. I went deaf for a while.
He promised he'd let me go, but he went back on his word and arrested me. Then he tortured me.
Continue.
Zane also said that the Empress is unfit to rule the Empire. He'd inevitably kill her.
Excellent.
Grand General, if this confession falls into the Empress's hands, she could use it to get rid of you. The Empress controls the court, and the nobles who support you will flock to her side. Her authority will be absolute.
Oh my lord, this man.
An empress with absolute power. Is there anything wrong with that?
My heart is pounding. I don't even remember how I made it to the border prison. The young empress needs a political opponent, a rival to keep her in check. If it wasn't Zane, then it'd be one of the nobles who were watching her like a hawk. Zane was the person she knew and trusted the most. With him, she could sit securely on her throne. In time, the Empress began to demonstrate her ambition and talent. If Zane remained, a civil war might break out. So there's only one solution. Once the giant was brought down, the Empress could rule over a unified empire. For a moment, I remember the combat simulation aboard the Valkyrie. Did I actually defeat Zane?
Your Majesty, an urgent military report has arrived.
The secretary hurried towards me and I grabbed her arm. Immediately cancel the military tribunal for Zane.
Your Majesty, it's too late. The military has already announced charges of treason against the Grand General to the public. The entire Empire knows the Grand General has betrayed the Empire. And
you, she said the last word was me. The evidence the military received it could have only been provided by Zane himself. He sacrificed his own reputation to give me the one gift I've always wanted. And here we go! The anger and frustration I suppressed for so long burst like a water surging through the broken dam. I storm into the battleship. As soon as I'm through the hatch, I see the guards assigned to Zane. They're nothing more than unmoving pillars of ice. Take a few steps and the hatch closes behind me. The battleship's engines roar to life. I don't care where it's going. I only want to find Zane and demand an answer. Alright. Shit hit the fan. He's so cat-like.
You're here?
Mm-hmm. Are you eager to face judgment? Allow me to be your judge then.
This spaceship will return to its home planet, but we can never go back to what we were.
I feel like I missed some lines. Nope.
I gave you that sword, and you wield it well. I've told you before, you must never show mercy to traitors.
She's crying. His eyes are like cats. They're so pretty. You knew this whole time? Power can't tempt you, and it can't compel me to hurt you.
Your Majesty, this is the price of mercy. Yes, the very betrayal I've committed. Consider it my final lesson. Congratulations, you've matured. My Empress.
My general. Damn it. News of Zane's treason spreads throughout the empires overnight. The public's fury overwhelms reason, and the ensuing outrage, military authority was smoothly transferred to my hands. I officially began my reign without delicate balance of power Zane had created. The Empire ran with expectational efficiency, and the leeches who once tried to bargain with me could only bow their heads in submission. But Zane's fate remains a thorn in my side. My position prevents me from publicly exonerating Zane. It'll appear as though I was acting on personal feelings, and it would destabilize the political situation I secured. With my tactic approval, two groups appeared before me. Nothing nothing. The political situation, one faction did everything in its power to slander Zane, diminish his accomplishments, and exaggerate his ambitions. The other argue fiercely on Zane's behalf and begged me to restore his status and honor. After heated public debate, I gave my verdict. Zane would be confined to his home planet, and he was forbidden from taking a single step outside of it. After a long day of tedious Imperial affairs, I deftly opened the window and borrowed my private vessel when no one was watching. I used a familiar route to reach Zane's home planet. It's late, but Zane is still awake. He's living life of leisurely now, or leisure. He spends his days reading, eating desserts, and making ice sculptures. He even found the time to write 142 treatises on military strategies. When I find him, he's resting on a lounge chair. A neat row of small ice sculptures rest at his feet. I know you're not asleep. Stop pretending.
And what's your excuse for neglecting your duties this time, Your Majesty?
The tree in the palace has bloomed. You lazy man. I love that compression shirt. I can see his nip. I gently tuck the flower into his hand. I picked this up from under the tree. If you want to see what it looks like when it's in full bloom, you should return to the palace soon.
So you're visiting because of the flower?
I'm here for you, of course. With a huff, I give him a new verdict. Within 2 years, I'll find a way to revoke my previous sentence and restore your honor. And when I do, you'll be in charge of running the military academy. Instead of getting up, Zane only settles deeper into the lounge chair. His smile never leaves his face. Did you hear me? 2 years is a long time. 2 years is too long as it is. Stop grinning.
But I recall you saying you wanted me to smile more.
I lean down and tease him, but he pulls me
I only
into...
have 2 years.
He pulls me into his arms. The ice sculptures tumble.
Peace and quiet left. I should make the most of it and rest while I can.
And get me pregnant. Nestling in his embrace, I look at the stars and remember the first time I met Zane. The night was exactly like this. Back then, it took me a significant amount of effort to track Zane down. I flew my starship alone across half the galaxy and landed here.
Could it even be called a landing? Based on what I remember, it was more like a crash. When you saw me, your first words weren't a request for help. You demanded me to be your advisor and help you claim the throne.
You refused and handed me an acceptance letter to the military academy. It was a test. And now I've approached him again for the same reason. I want him to rule the Empire with me. I hold out my hand. What will you give me? What would you give me this time? Same places. His palm over mine.
Myself.
I will take it. I smile and take. Ooh. I smile and take his hand. Anger once clouded their judgment, and power once consumed their reason. On the path to reach the pinnacle of power, the Empress raised her sword only to gently lay it down. The Grand General, who was single steps away from the throne, turns and left. Two hearts that once burned for power soon trembled with love. Excerpt from the Rise and Fall of the Cosmic Empire. Okay, so that's the end of the good ending. So now it is time to do the bad ending. I should just let it autoplay for now.
Yes, Your Majesty. 2 days ago, an armed conflict broke out in the Sten Galaxy, a vassal to the Empire. Their former leader was overthrown. The new leader, Helron, has publicly declared succession and is launching an assault on the Empire's Fortress Number 1. The major station there defected during combat and colluded with Sten's forces.
Let's get this over with, because I already know what's to
the Grand
where I'm supposed to go. All of this is for the YouTube.
Your Majesty. Perhaps it's thanks to Your Majesty's blessing that I remain unscathed.
What?
The Empire Codex. And yet the Grand General's takeover of the fortress disregards the Imperial...
The Lord of Star Sector Number 3 allowed his subordinates to invade a vassal planet, plunder its resources, and destroy its starships. Would that not constitute an abuse of power? Star Sector Number 2 has been underreporting its tax revenue. If paid in full, the arrears could cover the Empire's military budget for 5 years. Imperial law also states that the punishment for such a crime is exile. Smuggling for profit, imposing extortionate levies, misappropriating supplies, falsifying production reports. These are all capital offenses the Empress must judge. Since all of you hold the Imperial law in such high regard, let us abide by it. I presume there are no objections.
Don't change the subject, Zane. We're talking about you seizing Imperial territory for yourself.
That is not Viper. That
I would
cannot
call it
be
protecting
Viper.
Her Majesty's territory from parasites.
You!
Setting other matters aside, the jurisdiction of Fortress Number 1 concerns Imperial defense. Only Her Majesty has the authority to decide its fate.
Noted.
Wouldn't the Grand General's unauthorized takeover be considered an overreach of his authority?
Alright, it's time to choose the bad ending. How many times have I been caught in this vortex of power? I've lost count. Welcome back, Luna. I thought you went to bed. The countless political machinations are enough to bring down a mighty empire and erode its empress's ambitions. The insatiable greed of the people before me once again fill me with weariness that has settled deep within my bones. I'm tired. Master, I'm going to rest now. I haven't addressed him as such in a long time. Thane looks taken aback. He reminded of the day when he was my preceptor.
You've already made your choice. Is that right?
This might be the last word we ever say to each other. I don't answer him. I turn and walk off the hall. Armed guards enter the council room, and soon as I leave, they seal the doors and close off the blood and screams. The last person who dragged out the court scribe, shuddering in fear, but still dutifully taking notes, I give him a reminder. Nothing happened today. In the cosmic year 649, the Empress set a trap during a meeting and executed her political enemies. Only the Grand General managed to fight his way out. In the following years, the Empress and the Grand General sent envoys to negotiate. An attempt for peace fell through after 2 hours. Not 2 years. 2 years sounds like a long time. And the Empire was thrown into civil war. It's said that the council meeting in the cosmic year 649 was the last time Empress Mary Cathy and Grand General Zane ever met face to face. Whether or not the Empress looked back at the Grand General as she departed is a detail lost in history. but that hasn't stopped generations from retelling their story. He was once her preceptor before becoming her ally. For 6 months, they were monarch and subordinate, then mortal enemies for the rest of their lives. They had once strived to avoid war, yet they were driven to the worst possible fate. Their names are forever stained in the annals of history. To this day, their supporters still argue over who's responsible. Was it the threat posed by the Grand General that deprived the Empress of her chance to be a benevolent ruler? Or was it the Empress's suspicion that forced the Grand General to rebel? When faced with the greater prize of love, always first to be sacrificed. It's a question no one can answer. What we can say for certain, however, is that on such a morning, to say nothing happened would be nothing short of a lie. Excerpt from The Rise and Fall of the Cosmic Empire. Ooh, I want to read that. I want to listen to that. I hope it's spicy. Alright, so that's the end of Zane's Aeon Canon. I will come to you with my thoughts at the end of the video, so stay tuned. So that's the end of the YouTube video. So it's time to go see what my prize of the war was. I wonder if it was spicy or not. Okay.
What is this? A glacier diffusing stone. And an eye massager. Well, these do help improve one's sleep quality. However, I'm not the only person who is unable to sleep. I saw you share songs on social media past midnight twice over the course of the week. In addition, I noticed you had sent, then unsent me emojis 3 times. All right. You weren't staying up late, but simply enjoying the night. I'll accept these things and follow the doctor's orders.
Oh, he's cute.
However, this...
His laugh was so cute. Why don't you laugh more in the main story or any of your cards?
When did I become a baby? What are you looking for?
Your heart?
It's been very cold as of late. Don't drink ice water. Drink something warm instead.
Oof.
Try not to step on the shards. It's fine. I'll handle it. Stay where you are. Hold on. Your clothes are wet. You should change first.
Will you do it for me?
These pajamas are clean. Make do with them for now. I'll
Change
clean
me.
up the mess.
Change me.
Are you done changing? You didn't button the shirt properly. The top one. It's too dark in here. I can't see anything. Give me your clothes.
Perhaps because it's clear that since we're already in like the 200s at this point, Zane, this has to come from his earlier stuff, because there are so many girlies who
Don't worry.
are
It'll
three
take 30 minutes to wash
these guys, and power to you who did this in year 1 and were able to level up to level 100.
Are in place. What's the next step?
But I'm taking this organically and
We should
with my
watch
sweet
TV
time.
before bed? All right. It doesn't matter what you pick. You'll fall asleep in half an hour. I'm curious. How are you able to stay up until morning as soon as you pick up your phone? What about this drama? My colleagues have mentioned it before. It's very popular. The plot? I know some of it. He likes her, and she likes him. Correct. I don't enjoy watching such things, but perhaps you can show me how romantic they can be. For example, those two hold hands, do they not? In addition, they sometimes tickle each other's palms.
Oh god, his whispering.
I thought you weren't ticklish. It shouldn't feel ticklish at all. But if I do this... Oh dear, you're not going to fight back?
Same.
It's not like you to surrender so quickly.
Don't know me at all.
Am I bullying you? I'm merely training you for combat. I haven't done anything, yet you're already saying it tickles. Who are you trying to fool? It will tickle you if I touch you here.
Touch me where?
And here.
God, where are you touching me? I mean, fun fact, I actually has ticklish hips.
Why are you closing your eyes?
Because it feels good.
Oh, are you tired already? You just climbed into bed.
What is going on?
Aromatherapy works quite well for you. Why doesn't it work on me? Fix the shirt first.
Oh my god, my ears.
My clothes are too big for you.
Oh my god. Learn how to breathe.
Why have dark circles under my eyes? I have been a bit tired.
Sleep.
I suppose it's because I have many surgeries to do. Sometimes I'm exhausted to the point where I can't sleep. There's nothing to worry about. I only need to adjust my sleep schedule. What about this weekend? Of course I'll be resting. Didn't you come all the way here just to monitor me? In any case, you should change back into your clothes. Otherwise, I won't be able to sleep at all.
Dane! Honey Bear, like, I don't... I mean, sure. We can do all of that, too. Alright, so... that was a lot of emotion for me, and I forgot to breathe, like, twice. But it's not as bad as what we got during the 2-year anniversary. That actually stole my breath more than once. Oh Lord. I wonder what Zane's wearing today. I normally let the guys rotate. Oh, I love this snow outfit! And he knows how to accessorize. He's the only one that does.
Chest pain is a symptom of many diseases, but it can also be caused by external pressure and changes in one's mood.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to guess where it feels good?
Always.
Assessment complete. I see you also figured it out.
I'm always wanting to see that. I can't wait to unlock the ones for the other guys.
You are checking my pulse for me, Doctor. You should read the hospital's code of conduct.
Oh.
You mentioned you've been training hard. Let's go to the training grounds to see if you've actually improved.
No thanks, I am not for that. I am a lazy person. I should really go to the gym tomorrow. Yeah, I'll go to the gym.
3 make a group. You officially have a group of them now.
Group of what? You didn't finish your sentence.
With the right posture, you can relax even when you're standing up.
Okay. So, 'tis time for me to go. But before I leave, I will leave you guys in someone's capable hands. We're going to do a raid. However, for YouTube, this is the end. Mwah!
Why don't you go to bed? You can barely keep your eyes
Buy
open.
me a Mortis on YouTube. Good night, good morning, good evening. We'll see you